Scotty Schemmel from Sports Realm, joined with my guests, Severin Mull and Max DeCoux. And today we're talking about the NBA playoffs, and also we're going to be talking about the NBA draft lottery, which happened last night. And we got to see all the teams' orders revealed in which they'll pick. And it was a pretty exciting night. So Severin, just start us off with that.
Everybody knows who Victor Wembanyama is by now, hopefully. So, it was just all about getting the number one pick. Obviously, it's probably there's a drop off, and then it's 2, 3, then another drop off. So you want to get into that top three. It's a tough sight to see for Pistons fans. That's the biggest loser of it. But you
Oh
saw
yeah,
what
that's tough.
what the Spurs do. The representative. He said, "Let's go." He jumped up out of his seat. That's kind of reaction you want when you get Victor Wembanyama. But biggest takeaway is the Spurs won and Pistons lost.
Yeah, it was such like I'm happy that we jumped up from 4 to 2, but I mean it like I was so excited, but it was honestly heartbreaking. I mean, because
Yeah.
like it's the last two, and they pulled up the logo, and I was like, just don't be the Hornets logo, and it was. I mean, you're that close to LaMelo and Victor, but I mean, it's still going to be a great year. We got a good pick, so we'll see what happens for as Hornets fans. Max, what did you think about that?
Yeah, for everybody in that draft lottery, it was we want Victor or like really don't really care about what comes after that because Victor is just clear cut above everyone else. Sucks. As a North Carolina native, I was hoping that the Hornets were going to end up.
We were so
getting
close.
Victor.
That was just heartbreaking. It's all right. I mean, they gotta have Victor being another great Spurs big man. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, he does get his way into a great organization under
he
Pop.
Does. He's got Pop.
That legendary franchise.
Pop's gonna be there for another 11 years now, or something like that. Like,
yeah, Pop just threw his retirement papers in the garbage.
Yeah, that's yep. Any thought he had of it was shattered last night. So we'll see how that plays out the next few years. So I guess we can.
Wait, I was gonna say speak a little more about it. So you go with Victor, and then you have Scoot and Brandon Miller. Scotty, would you rather have the wing or the guard?
Yeah, so we were talking about it. It's tough to decide. Kind of leaning towards Brandon Miller because he's a wing, but also, I mean, you could have Scoot and LaMelo as a fire backcourt. So I don't know. It just depends on how all that would play out and how that would work. But I'd have to give a little more thought into it and look at each player more. But right now I'm leaning towards Brandon Miller. So we'll see. I mean, I don't really like how he played in the tournament, but
yeah.
I'd have to think about it and look it all over. It's just we're so close. Like I really don't want to think about it right now. It's just so close to Victor. So I mean, it is what it is. We'll take number 2.
And then I would just say we just gotta cover Victor Wembanyama. So you're going to the San Antonio Spurs. You have Keldon, Victor.
Yeah.
And then there's not really a whole lot there Josh Primo what he's gonna do. So
yeah.
I think Victor really liked the situation because he knows that he's gonna be able to get the ball. There was
whenever it's his team.
Videos and stuff of his reaction to going to Rockets, he was so glad he's not
I
saw get his shot touch.
Oh yeah.
Because he would have had to deal with Jalen Green and Kevin Porter Jr. giving him the ball. But I think that that's the best situation he could have been in. Portland would have been better in the immediate, but once you get past Dame's prime, I feel like it would have been a lot tougher. But I'm sure he's really happy to be in San Antonio.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be a great situation for him. I mean, it's such a good coaching setup he's going to have, and it's really his team so quick. So it'll be good to see what he does. But you could have imagined LaMelo and Victor would have been so nice to see. That would have been so fun to watch.
The
highlight. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it is going to be crazy. But the highlight clips would have been insane for him and Victor.
Yeah,
oh my gosh! Yeah, they would have been crazy. But it's all right. We'll see. We'll see how the season plays out.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys have nothing else on that, we can move on to the playoffs.
What do y'all think about the Trailblazers with the 3rd pick? What do you think they're going to do with that since Dame is?
Does it depend on what the Hornets pick?
I don't want to rebuild.
I feel like it depends on what the Hornets want to pick. He can't really say that to that much extent. I mean, he can, but
Dame is my favorite player, and I feel like he's aware of the situation he's in. It's when he made that comment in the offseason saying, I don't want to play with the 19-year-old. But he was like, Shaden's okay because Shaden's on his team, obviously, so he wasn't trying to be that. But Shaden does not fit Dame's timeline. He averaged less than 10 points a game, but he's still talented. So you do not want to get rid of him because he's a talented player. So if Dame is going to stay there, he has to understand that they have to prioritize the future because trading the third pick and getting another CJ McCollum level player, even if you were able to get, I don't know, a Julius Randle, that's
Like,
not anywhere close
I've
to
seen
enough.
a lot of.
to
I saw Pascal Siakam being named as Toronto in a lot.
I don't see Toronto doing that. And
Yeah.
Siakam, I feel like he's young enough to where that would be good, but number 3 is not enough to get Siakam. But Dame has to understand, I think if Scoot falls to Portland, there's no question they're going to keep Scoot, which is going to provide a logjam in the backcourt, probably hurt Anthony Simons a lot. I feel like Scoot is too talented to pass up on. He's not Victor, but he's someone that you can, I feel like, has the potential to build your team around. So you want the successor. So I feel like Dame has to understand you're not in a winning situation. You chose to stay there, and you have to live with the consequences. Be a veteran, get your numbers and everything. Maybe sneak into the play and get to the playoffs, but you're not going to be able to compete in Portland.
I do agree with what you said. That Anthony Simons and Scoot and Dame, that's 3 guards that are going to be winning touches. So I don't know. We'll see how that plays out. But yeah, I don't know. Max, anything on that?
Yeah, I've been a part of the Dame shouldn't have stayed in Portland train, but at this point he's got to just live with it because I don't think the Trailblazers are in a position where trading third pick would get them anything other than.
And they're not going to want to do that, really.
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense. Dame is not Giannis right now. I mean, again, like I love him. I'm glad he stayed in Portland. He wants to build his legacy on loyalty. You can do that, but your window to compete and pair a star with you is not going to happen in Portland. They have to draft and hope they become generational and they can carry you to a chip. But yeah, that's the situation.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think it's time to move on now to the semifinals. Or the conference finals. So we got Miami Heat versus Celtics tonight. It's a big game for Severin. And then last night we had the Lakers versus Nuggets game 1 in the Western Conference. And the Nuggets took it, but the Lakers had to put in a good effort to try to catch up there towards the end. So let's talk about that game last night and that series first, Lakers Nuggets. So Severin.
Yeah. So I want to ask this question to start with. Like, we obviously saw what Nikola Jokic did last night. That man is unreal. So, I mean, what do y'all rank Nikola Jokic in your top 5 players right now? I mean, personally, before the season started, I even had Luka ahead of him because I just hadn't seen the help around him. But, I mean, I'm aware now that Nikola Jokic, to me, he's number 2 in the league behind Giannis. I'm curious where y'all think Jokic is.
Yeah, I'll start off. I think I'd probably say that he's number 2 to Giannis, but I mean he gives Giannis a good run right now because Giannis had a good year, but they didn't do what they should have in the playoffs. But I mean that happens sometimes. But I don't know. I mean Jokic is incredible. I mean what did he have a 30-point triple-double last night?
34, 21, like 13.
Yeah,
13.
and that's just like the normal for him. So. Yeah, he's just incredible. I mean, I honestly might even put him tied with Giannis.
I feel like
he's up there.
Against Boston, he has a chance to put himself at 1. But I don't think he will do it, but he very well could.
Yeah. Max, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I think I'm going to also have to go and say Jokic is 2. Before the season started, I think I had him at like 6 or maybe even 7. Nah, probably 6, I think I had him.
Did you have no Embiid, though? Before the season?
Not the start of the season. No, I had him at the start of the season.
I've never had Embiid.
Nah, I was an Embiid believer, but now at this point, Jokic has proved just about everybody wrong. And wow, he played incredible last night. Also, another person that played incredible last night, Anthony Davis had himself a game.
He had a game. Yeah.
Like
I mean, it was overshadowed.
Remembered because they lost.
Yeah.
And over Jokic's incredible performance, but Anthony Davis had himself a 40 piece.
Did he have 40? Yeah,
almost. He had a 40 piece in that almost comeback, and it's just he's been a hooping for the majority of these playoffs, and he's really going to
be. He knows he has to.
playing.
This series especially, he has to, and even next series if they end up playing Boston or something like that, he has to be on it.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, AD's just too little. It's plain and simple. Before this, he was the best defensive player in the world, but best defensive player in the world, he's playing like it right now, and he's too little.
Yeah.
So Jokic is
Yeah.
that.
Jokic is unbelievable. Did you see the stuff that he was doing last night in that game?
The three?
Magic. Magic.
It just doesn't make sense. Like you saw Anthony Davis look back at him and he's like, I just don't know what to do.
And then when you have Murray hitting those tough shots too,
in LeBron's face, like that.
That's too many games. Like if Jokic is trapped, just give it to Murray and he's just gonna hit a shot anywhere he wants.
Yeah.
They're meant for each other. Shout out to Denver for
exactly. Murray's reminding me of kind of like Donovan Mitchell, like in the. I don't know. Just sometimes with Donovan Mitchell will get the ball, just be running, and they'll take these off dribble shots that
and the bubble
anywhere.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, I was gonna say bubble Donovan and all that. Yeah, yep, exactly. That type of thing. So that's kind of what I'm seeing. If they can keep that going, they're gonna be scary the rest of these playoffs. So I got to get your opinions on Game 2. You guys think the Nuggets got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Max, you go ahead.
I think the Nuggets are gonna end up winning the series in general, and I think they'll win at least all of their home games. Is what I'm thinking. They've looked incredible at home all playoffs, so I think that since they have home court advantage, they're gonna end up winning the series. It depends on how far the series goes. Depends on how well the Lakers can play when they're at home. But I think the Nuggets are gonna at least win all of their home games.
Yeah, I would agree with that, Sev. What do you think?
Yeah, Denver looks like a juggernaut right now. At home, they look unbeatable. I'm going to say it goes the same way as the Phoenix series, where Denver just looks unbeatable at home. But Phoenix is able to get there is because, Denver has played awesome, but their defense is not something you're scared of. That is a defense that can be shredded.
Yeah.
We've
seen last night, we saw when the Lakers started coming back, they found a little bit of light there. So.
Yeah, so I still think Denver is a better team. They will win, but I do think the Lakers are going to be able to get games off of them because Denver they're not able to clamp down consistently throughout the series.
Yeah, I think Denver wins the next one, and then the Lakers might take one, maybe both at home. I don't know, but yeah, it'll be a good series to watch either way. And I know those Lakers fans get it going crazy in LA, so we'll see how it goes over there. But all right, so we can move to the Eastern Conference Finals. Celtics versus Heat, Game 1, and a lot of people seem to think where this series will go. But it's kind of a rematch of 2022.
A lot of times, yep.
Yeah. So Max, what are you thinking? Start us off.
It's obvious that the Celtics are the favorites here. They've taken care of business, even though they've gotten pushed by the last two teams, but I really think that this series is probably going to go the same way as the last two. The Heat, Jimmy is him, so he's gonna come out and he's gonna hoop. But I don't think that just Jimmy enough, and even if Ben can turn up for some portion of the series, I just don't think they're gonna. I don't think Jimmy's gonna have enough in the gas tank to will this team through a third upset this season. So I think the Celtics are gonna just take care of business, but Jimmy will put himself up a fight.
How many games?
He'll probably. I think he can get 2 games. I think he can get 2 games.
You can get 2. So you say Celtics in 6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what do you think, Severin?
Yeah, I have Boston in 5. I want to say Boston in 4, but in both series the Celtics have dropped games they shouldn't have dropped. I think they will probably drop a game, but yeah, you just look at the firepower on both ends of the court, and I don't think it's not close. We have the best player in this series, and then Miami got the next, and then after that it's Jalen. You could say Bam, and then it's not even close. So yeah, Boston is able to defend. They showed that against Philly, and they're going to be able to stop Jimmy. Jimmy's going to have to hit tough shots, which he was on and off last series. When he played us last year, he had the 46-point game 6. Everybody knows, but he had games where he was horrible at the beginning of that series. So we definitely shown we we can bother him. Yes, he has his high highs, but if he doesn't consistently have those, then they're not going to be able to compete.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's going to take a so you're saying Celtics in 5?
Yep.
I think it's going to take Bam playing the best basketball he's ever played, and
In the
Jimmy,
bubble he did, but
yeah, I think it's going to take that, and then it's also going to take Jimmy just playing insane. Like we've seen him do it some this playoffs already, so I think he'll have to do that. Bam will have to play good, and then their role players are just going to have to be just on top of it. I mean, Strus, Caleb Martin. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's enough, but I think it'll be closer than a lot of people think. Because I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely gonna say 6 games at least. That's what I would say for it. But I don't know. It'll be cool to see. I'm excited for both series, and I hope both of them go far so we can get as much basketball as we can the rest of the season. So, but yeah, I'm gonna take. I'm not even gonna decide on the series right now because I just want to see it. No, I just want to see how it plays out. I just want to see how it plays out.
Say Heat in 7.
That's crazy.
Heat in 7. Heat in 7. No, that would be insane. That would be insane. But if that happened, I would go.
Seen it before.
That would that would be crazy. But I don't know. It'll be a fun series to see either way. We'll make another video talking about the finals soon after we keep watching these conference finals games. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and you can get Sports Run Podcast anywhere you get your podcasts. Max?
Sports Run out.